Good morning, Amphi. This morning I'm going to be talking about Rogue One, a Star Wars story, which recently came out on DVD and Blu-ray and all that jazz. Now you might be asking yourself, what does Star Wars have to do with Amphi? You see, a portion of Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, was actually filmed in Yuma, Arizona. And you know what else happened in Yuma, Arizona?
In 2012, 8 teachers from Amphi High School jumped in a van and took a day-long visit to Yuma High School to see how the Cambridge Academy worked. Yuma High School started a Cambridge Academy program the year before Amphi did, and they talked to their teachers about how to start their program. So later in that year, Amphi started the Cambridge Academy. Boom. Now let's talk about Rogue One.
For starters, I honestly did not like this movie. I found it profoundly disappointing. Though I would like to start off with the positives, and I can definitely say that this film has spectacular action, and you do definitely get to see a lot of cool Star Wars-y things. It's just, my issue with the film is that there's no real substance behind it. And if all you enjoy from Star Wars is the action and the ships and the cool creatures, and not the emotional conflicts between characters, then you'll probably enjoy this film. Though for me personally, I ask for a bit more regarding a good Star Wars movie or just a good movie in general. My biggest issue here is that the characters are so poorly written and have nothing interesting about them. The only two characters I found really memorable in this film would have to be the blind guy and his friend. And that's a big problem because I don't even really remember their names. I just have to refer to them as the blind guy and his friend. Now, why is it that I remember the names of characters like Nien Nub, Bib Fortuna, Dexter Jettster, Kevin Bacon, but not the names of these two characters, which are a pretty big part of the cast? The thing is, these are the only two characters that have character arcs that I say feel earned. And a big issue is the rest of the characters sort of lack character arcs of any kind. Big things happen to them, but they don't really change. They kind of stay the same throughout the entire film, leading it to be a very uninteresting and boring journey. Also, this film is paced really terribly. The first 30 minutes just jump around all over the place. Then there's this giant boring section in the middle where every single character feels the need to give a Braveheart speech. Then of course the movie does end on a high note with about 45 minutes of spectacular action, not to mention an incredibly awesome Vader scene. And the reason I believe that most people love this film is really because its last 45 minutes are pretty epic. But looking at it from an analytical point of view, there's no emotion and substance behind it. There are moments where it tries to get you to feel something, and there are some beautifully constructed sequences, but in the end, they all don't have any meaning, and the film overall just ends up being a mess. Join me next week as I will review Rogue 2, another Star Wars story. Alright, well, it's been a pleasure, Amphi. Take care.